What we tell them? Go, birds. Go, birds. Go, birds. Go, birds. Put in work. Put in work. Put in work. Touchdown. Hurts. Yeah, up in the link, you know what's going down. If you touch down in Philly, Hurts, he gon' shake the defenders. Scramble out the pocket, touchdown, then hit the gritty. You know big play slate, lock him down all day. And by the way, you know that boy AJ always open and going for more than 1K. So what we lost in the Super Bowl, it's all good cause Hurts gon' take us back. It's only right that we run it back. I mean, just look at all our running backs. All the pressure, we gon' handle that. All it did was make diamonds. All off season, we was grinding. It ain't too late, it's perfect timing. Fly equals fly, working overtime. We gon' hold up that Lombardi. We don't listen to the critics. We just ball and make them feel sorry. Got a lot of heart like Rocky. We got weapons like Dawkins. We got dogs like Carter. This year it's time to go harder.
What's up, y'all? YouTube. And welcome to another edition of the Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast with your boy, Cool Cat Connor. Here on this podcast, we talk 95% of Jalen Freaking Hurts with just a hint of Philadelphia Eagles. We got a lot to talk about. And I got a question to ask y'all, right? But before we do, y'all know what we got to start with.
Acknowledge me!
I, Cool Cat Connor, officially acknowledge Jalen Freaking Hurts as my franchise quarterback.
Acknowledge me!
Jalen Hurts, let's see if he can get something going. There's Hurts, he's back. Fire, touchdown! They really came out on fire. Hurts.
He is in such control.
Hurts. What a play by Jalen Hurts! Beautiful throw by Hurts. 3 rushing touchdowns. Give me a little more of that. Boy, that hurts. Boy, did he make magic happen.
Jalen Hurts, number 1.
That really hurts.
So let's get to the truth hurts. Why I tell y'all the truth and it's going to hurt y'all. And the truth is the hate is real. The hate is real. So let's get down to business. I got a question for y'all. Where did this come from? My question to everybody in the chat and everybody watching at home, where did this hate come from of this guy? I want to know. And I know Mike is somewhere watching this. Where did this hate for this man come from? Because I just want to know. Where did it come from? Because I never seen a quarterback this hated in my life. Where did this come from? Where a guy that takes you to 2 NFC championships, 2 Super Bowls, when you won, is a Super Bowl MVP, went toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes, God Almighty himself, and beat him once. Guys, payback. And now you got reporters saying, "Oh, we frustrated at Jalen. Is he having a great year? Yes and no. He's having a great year, but the offense ain't doing great, so 50-50, okay? He is, but he isn't. He is, but he isn't. My thing is, where did this come from? Because I said this at the end of Birds of Broad Street. Be thankful that you have a quarterback. Be thankful that you have a quarterback. You got teams, ladies and gentlemen. You got teams that's looking for a quarterback that has bad records right now. The Cleveland Browns is asking do they have a quarterback? You want to be them? The New Orleans Saints is asking, do they need a quarterback? You want to be them? The Arizona Cardinals is questioning Kyler Murray. Do you want to be them? I'm asking a real question here. You got a couple of teams. Who else? Who else need a quarterback? The Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix got hurt. You want to be them? You're 8-2. This is the fourth, the 22, 23, 24. This is the fourth time you're 8-2 or higher than that. Where did this hate for Jalen freaking Hurts come from? I want to know, man. Why? Because he took the job of Carson Wentz? Is that it? Because he took the position of Carson Wentz. Ladies and gentlemen, 2017. Yep. I'll play that in a minute. Let me get my rant on because I want this question answered. I'll get to Elliott ESP in a minute. But where did this come from? Carson Wentz. Right. If it's about Carson Wentz, right. In 2017, he played the Rams. He got hurt. In 2018, he came back. We lost to the Cowboys twice, the Saints, the Panthers, the Vikings. He got hurt again. 2019, defeat the Cowboys with practice squad players. Went to the playoffs, got a concussion. So they had to draft a backup quarterback because the other backup quarterbacks left. And in 2020, he didn't play well. Where did this come from? Because the way he plays? Like I'm trying to figure this out. Where did this come from? To the point where everybody and their mama hates this guy. Where did this come from? This been going on for 6 years since he been drafted. I was shocked at the pick. But he turned me into a fan. Hence, Jalen freaking Hurts. He turned me into a fan. Why Because I want to know. Where did this come from? Because the fact that no matter what this guy do, you got people saying, "Oh, he's holding the team back. He's a running back. Where did this come from?" I want to know, man. Because yes, is the offense playing well? No, absolutely not. So they're trying to find people to blame. Oh, last week it was A.J. Brown. Right, A.J. Brown. Right, when he was talking. Right? And now this week, the new guy to pick on, Jalen freaking Hurts. Why? You're 8-2. Be thankful that you got a quarterback, man. Be thankful. Look, I am thankful because the moment Jalen freaking Hurts walk out this door, you're going to be like all these other teams scrambling for a quarterback, and then you're going to have to watch the Dallas Cowboys or the Washington Commanders or, God forbid, the New York Giants win the Super Bowl. Is that what win the division? Is that what y'all want? While y'all searching for a new quarterback, if we do what Mike says and get rid of Jalen. I guess he didn't look at the draft. It ain't good quarterbacks out there. And all I got to say about that, Mike, is can you please tell me what your perfect quarterback? Okay. Why? I'm going to ask you this, Mike. Did you did this with Mike Vick, Nick Foles, Sam Bradford, Carson Wentz? Because I know you didn't do it with Donovan. Did you do this with every other quarterback we had? I'm asking. Because I'm trying to figure out where did this come from. Hey, Chad, like, Mike, I'm asking a real Eagles fan here. Did you do this with all the other quarterbacks? Because I'm trying to figure out. I get, like you said, you did this. Okay. Where did this come from? To the point where the anonymous people talking bad about him. When all he does is take you to playoffs, after playoffs, after playoffs, after playoffs, Super Bowl, after Super Bowl. Like, I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to process this. This man took you to 2 NFC championships, won both, took you to 2 Super Bowls, outperformed God Almighty Patrick Mahomes, not once, but twice, and won a Super Bowl. And it's a Super Bowl MVP. But that ain't good enough? But Carson Wentz wasn't really a good leader like Jalen. Jalen is a good leader, Mike. And what I have to say, Mike, I want to ask you this. Let's say we do what you say and we do get a new quarterback. Are you going to do what you're doing with Jalen? Are you going to do the exact same thing to the new quarterback? If we get a new quarterback, are you going to do the exact same thing? Are you going to do the exact same thing? Because you say you didn't like Jalen. You've been blaming him since year 1. His first year. Are you going to do that to the new quarterback? Well, according to Mike, we do. And that's what I'm saying, Mike. We're not in the locker room. We don't know Jalen. We only know Jalen. I'm just trying to figure out where this all come from, Mike. That's all. I'm not bad at you, Mike. I'm just trying to figure out where this all come from. I'm trying to get answers. Because the guy that gave you a Super Bowl, the guy that is a Super Bowl MVP, the guy that keeps going to playoffs and Super Bowls should not be this disrespected. Where the hell is this? And Big Zay, you can say KP, but I'm talking about for 6 years since he been drafted, people have been putting dirt in the name of Jalen freaking Hurts since the day he was drafted. Was it a shocking pick? Yes. But he made me into a fan. What? Where did this come from? It's been 6 years. There's teams looking for a quarterback, man. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do y'all want to be the Cleveland Browns? Do y'all want to be the Cleveland Browns? I'm asking a question. I'm going to name teams that's out here looking for a quarterback, and I want to answer. Do y'all want to be the Cleveland Browns? Yes or no? Because I need an answer. Do y'all want to be the Cleveland Browns searching for a quarterback? Huh? The Cardinals. The Cardinals is questioning about Kyler Murray. Do you want to be them? Getting beat by watching the Seahawks, Rams, the 49ers, potentially get a wild card spot. You want to be them? I'm asking a real question here. Who else? The Jets. I know y'all don't want to be the Jets. Asking if Justin Fields is the guy. Y'all want to be the Jets? And what I'm trying to say, Mike, is there is no perfect quarterback out there. I hate to break it to you. There's no perfect quarterback that throws for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns and wins and goes undefeated and wins Super Bowls every year. There is no perfect quarterback out there. Sorry. There is no perfect quarterback out there that throws for 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, undefeated, and wins Super Bowls. That's the perfect quarterback. 20 and 0, 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, MVP, Super Bowl winning, and Super Bowl MVP. That's a perfect quarterback. There is none. The GOAT Tom Brady was this close of doing it. What happened? He got beat by the Giants. There's no perfect quarterback in this league. Sorry. Every quarterback in this league got flaws, but they don't talk about them. There is no perfect quarterback in this league. Thank God that you got one. Mike, you know you've been an Eagles fan all your life. All these other quarterbacks out. Remember when we lost, when Donovan McNabb got traded? Michael Vick, Nick Foles, Sam Bradford, Marcus Mariota. I forgot about the other guy. We had Carson Wentz, Nick Foles again, Carson Wentz again, then Jalen freaking Hurts. There is no perfect quarterback, man. Thank God that you got one. We were searching for a franchise quarterback. Some of us was jealous when Russell Wilson was up and was going to Super Bowls and looked at it with a Legion of Boom. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. Be thankful that you got a quarterback. Be thankful. Thank God for Jalen freaking Hurts. Exactly. Be thankful that you got a quarterback, flaws and all. Is he perfect? No. Neither is the other 31 other teams. Is Patrick Mahomes having a great year? What about Josh Allen? Huh? Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, all your favorites, Justin Herbert, Big Show. Who else? Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Dak. All your favorites. Is they having good years? There's no such thing as a perfect quarterback in this league, y'all. Thank God that you got a quarterback. The disrespect gotta stop. Without Jalen, you don't even win a Super Bowl. Without Jalen, you don't even go to the playoffs. You're gonna be without Jalen as the starting quarterback of your Philadelphia Eagles. You don't go to no playoffs. You don't win no NFC East. You don't go to no NFC championships. You don't go to no Super Bowls, and you don't win one. You will only just have one. And by the way, we're eight to 7 games away from being the first team since 03 and 04 back-to-back NFC East champions. Thank you, Jalen. But that ain't good enough for some of y'all. Y'all want 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. There's no such thing as a perfect quarterback. Stop putting dirt on the man's name. What did he do to you? Did he steal your girlfriend? Did he steal your girlfriend? Did he stuff y'all in a locker? Did he give you a swirly? What did he do to y'all to make him public enemy number one? Derek Gunn and Seth Joyner with their reporting. I don't get it. Like, where did this come from? Exactly. I'm just trying to figure it out because, man, I never seen nothing like this where someone who wins you a Super Bowl is a Super Bowl MVP. I never seen nothing like it. Mike, I trust my eyes. I trust my heart. I trust the fact that unlike all these other teams looking for a quarterback, I got one. I trust the fact that I saw my quarterback firsthand walk that out in New Orleans and win a Super Bowl. I trust the fact that on Birds of Broad Street the day after we lost the Super Bowl, it's on tape. I was pissed off. Trust me, on Birds of Broad Street, after we lost the Super Bowl, it's on tape. Every Cowboy and Commander fan came up here busting out laughing. And here I am, 10 toes down defending this guy. I trust Jalen. I believe Jalen. Okay, Mike. I'm going to ask you a question. And I'm not taking no shots at you. I'm going to ask Mike one question. What do you want? What does Mike Green want? You don't like Jalen. You want him gone. You're probably going to do that to the new quarterback. What does Mike Green want in a quarterback? What does he want? Because there is no, is there one in the draft? Is there one in free? What does Mike Green want in a quarterback? Like, what do you want? Because Jalen ain't going nowhere. You ain't going to switch teams. What do you want what do you want? What's going to make Mike Green happy? What's going to make Mike Green happy? I want to know, Mike, real talk. What is going to make you happy? Because as long as Jalen is on this team, you ain't never going to be happy. What's going to make you happy? Jalen ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. There's no good quarterbacks in the draft. You want Kyler Murray, who loves video games? Oh, yeah, let A.J. Brown hang out with a video game lover. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't. What do you want? Do you want to win? Or do you want stats? I'm gonna ask y'all. Do y'all want to win or do you want stats? Do you want a Lombardi trophy and wins or do you want stats? So you can look at everybody like, hey, y'all, my quarterback threw for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns. Ooh, 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 hey! What do y'all want? Like, I want to know. And that's what I respect about you, Mike. And that's why I respect you. You just don't like his play. That's all I'm asking. Because I don't get it, man. I really don't. At least with Mike, he say it's the play. He ain't taking no personal shots at Jalen. And that's what I like about Mike. He's keeping it in play. Nothing else. Because I wanted to know, Mike. That's all. I respect you. I just wanted to know. That's the difference between... Actually, let's listen to ESP. And what pissed me off the most about all this is when D Gun said Carson Wentz 2.0. Carson Wentz 2.0. This mother trucker said Carson Wentz 2.0. Carson Wentz 2.0. Right? Carson Wentz 2.0, huh? Carson Wentz 2.0. Excuse me, Jalen. I need to talk to the people real quick. Excuse me, Jalen. Carson Wentz 2.0, huh? I'm just showing this for a reason. There's a reason I'm showing this. But Carson Wentz 2.0. Carson Wentz 2.0, right? Carson Wentz. D-Gun literally said Carson Wentz 2.0. There's a reason for this. There's a reason I have this. Mm-mm. I'm just. Give me a minute.
What's going on, everybody? Wanted to share some thoughts on the recent reporting about from Derek Gunn about Jalen Hurts, and then also just a discussion in general about the offense and who's to blame. Because that's what's going on, everybody. Wanted to share some thoughts on the recent reporting about from Derek Gunn about Jalen Hurts, and then also just a discussion in general about the offense and who's to blame. Because that's kind of what the heart of the reporting is, right? It is who is to blame as to why the offense is not playing well. And the reporting talks about Jalen not being willing to throw into tight windows and frustration from the receivers and the fact that Jalen's not getting them the ball. And I think to anyone that's covered the team for the past year, 2 years, there was nothing shocking in there, right? Like, that is where the frustration is. But here's what I would say, too, about the Jalen Hurts criticism that seems to be coming from people inside the organization. That I think it's true that the reason the passing offense and the offense in general struggles at times is because of Jalen. But the flip side of that is you don't just get to be the person to blame when it's not going well. Last year, there was a lot of debate about how much credit Jalen Hurts deserved for the Super Bowl. Was it the running game? Was it the defense? Here's what this reporting is also showing us. It's always the quarterback. it's always the quarterback, right? If we're going to concede and if we're going to acknowledge that Jalen changes the play, that Jalen decides where the ball goes, that Jalen, dictates so many things. All right, I agree with that. He does dictate a lot of things, and he does control a lot. But that's also why they win a lot. We can't say that when they're losing, it's because of Jalen, and then when they're winning, say it's not because of Jalen. So I think what Derek Gunn reported is true. I think there is frustration from people about how Jalen does things sometimes. But the flip side of that is they win because of Jalen. It's always the quarterback. It's a simple rule in football. You win because of the quarterback and you lose because of the quarterback. And while there's frustrating parts of Jalen's game, for sure, he wins a lot, 24-3 in his last 27 games. So I think both things can be true. The stuff that's reported, not great. It's not things you want to come out. I think it's unfair to Jalen that people seem to be leaking things about him. But to those people, I would say, you also win a lot of games because of him. So those are my thoughts. Talk to you guys later.
With the quarterback situation right now, but the quarterback understands he has them over a barrel. This is almost Carson Wentz part two. They're not going to eat. They're not going to eat this kind of. Good telling you, there's a lot of people in that organization that are frustrated with the quarterback situation right now, but the quarterback understands he has them over a barrel. This is almost Carson Wentz part two. They're not going to eat. They're not going to eat this kind of money yet. There's no way they're going to eat this kind of money. Look at the cap hit they took when they got rid of Carson, and look, it took them a couple of years to get back on solid ground again, footing, because they were handcuffed financially because of what they owed in the cap hit they took with Carson Wentz. You got the same scenario here with a bigger volume of money.
Derek Gunn's reports, I'm sure you know about, indicated the players and coaches are frustrated with Jalen. And I'm curious how you balance frustration with you win a lot, with Jalen as a big part of it, with you want to be very careful about what you say publicly. How do you balance all of that?
Yeah, shoot, I'm not frustrated with him. He goes out there and does his job each week and does a great job of putting us in position to win games. And that's the name of the game. Particularly, for the quarterback, like, what are you doing to win, help your team win football games? And shoot, he finds a way to help us win. I love his, attention to detail, and I love his leadership, and I love his, just his mindset of, I'm going to do everything I can do to win this game. Sometimes that means handing it off. Sometimes that means me running it. And sometimes that means me throwing it where I need to throw it. And he does a great job of leading this football team. I mean, when you touch the ball every single play, everything's in your hands, and you directly win and lose football games. And at the quarterback position, because the ball is in your hands so much. And he's just done such a good job of, leading, such a good job of running the offense, such a good job of all the things that require to play quarterback to help put us in positions to win each and every game. And each game looks, like I said, but each game looks a little bit different. And I think we've shown that we can win multiple, different ways. We can win, a game like the Rams, where, it's a shootout in the second half. We can win a game where it's a defensive struggle, and a defensive battle.
is heavy is the head that wear the crown. And that's how I look at it. Somebody wants somebody to blame. And of course, Jalen gonna get the blame. Nick Sirianni gonna get the blame, but they embrace that. That's what I can respect about Jay. Jay embraced that. But it's tough to hear when people hide behind those little. How I view it is heavy is the head that wear the crown. And that's how I look at it. Somebody wants somebody to blame. And of course, Jalen gonna get the blame. Nick Sirianni gonna get the blame, but they embrace that. That's what I can respect about Jay. Jay embraced that. But it's tough to hear when people hide behind those little private sources. Or it's like, just come on out and say it, or go talk about it, because all it is a distraction. Don't get involved with all the talk, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to talk. They're supposed to talk about our performances in a good way and in a bad way. If we have a bad day, it's okay. But what are we doing to help our team? And I hate to hear that it is private talks going on, but it's always going to be that.
Team morale, what's it like? Couple big wins, tough wins against two tough opponents. I know you guys have a certain standard you like to play to, but the bottom line is you got two wins there. And I said this to you last night. Don't allow the joy of winning to be stolen from you as players, because wins are hard to come by. So I'm just wondering what the team morale is like with the, recent nonsense going on outside the team. I'm just wondering, are you guys as a unit still enjoying the season while you're still trying to work to get better?
Yeah, all that noise is again great for us, because we just bundle together and stay close and tight knit. But the team morale is great. We're all trying to stick together. We are sticking together, and we're trying to find ways to keep improving and keep executing at a high rate. And execute that game plan that we install during the week, so we can help contribute to the wins.
Oh, trust me, I got more clips, right? More clips, right, that we're going to listen to. So just give me a minute.
That I guess
I will ask you, Jeff, with all the drama that there is it so drastic to the point where it needs to get fixed as soon as possible? Or do you think the drama is a little overblown and you think there will be fine moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely overblown. Yeah. I mean, look, I did a lot of digging in last week just after the whole A.J. Brown thing, and it was something they had to deal with. It was not business as usual down there, even though Nick says it was, but it's nowhere near inside what it is on the outside. And I think that there's, honestly, I really haven't been paying attention with what's just chattered and been going out there with Jalen Hurts, because I know what I know about the whole Jalen Hurts situation, and I feel like I have a better handle on anyone in the media. To be quite frank, I don't think it has risen to the level that as I said in my podcast, go listen to it, Uncovering the Birds. I mean, I do feel like it's, Jalen's a big part of what, how guys are viewing what's wrong with the offense. Absolutely. He's a quarterback, though. That's all part of it.
And despite all of that, this is the guy that y'all want to hate.
What's the legacy you want to leave in this city?
I live my life off of 3 core values: faith, family, and championships. But when I leave this city, to be my family, and I'll be able to call it that. Obviously, this city has embraced me as it has. But when I'm able to just have a presence and more so than me having a presence, the city having a presence in my life.
Sure.
These kids, not just the KB mentorship foundation and the group, but all of the entire city, of all ages, from all ranges, and everyone at the Jalen Hurts Foundation has been able to serve in some way that ingrains them in those times and those experiences into a special place in my heart. And so family is definitely a word that I think of when I think of the city of Philadelphia.
But that's the guy y'all hate. But that's the guy you hate. But that's the guy y'all hate. The guy who lives his life through three things: faith, family, and championships. That's the guy you hate. Who considers this city his family. But that's the guy y'all hate. That's the guy who, every time you see him, it gets under your dang skin. This is the guy you hate. Who's sitting on the throne as a champion. 8-2. The first quarterback since Donovan McNabb to win back-to-back NFC East championships. He considers this city as his family. But that's the guy y'all hate. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But it's okay. It's okay. The guy who considers this city his home. Damn right. That's the guy people hate. It's cool. I just don't get it. Mike, I just wanted y'all to hear the clips of all that stuff. That's all. Okay? So what y'all going to say if he wins the division back to back since 03 and 04? What y'all going to say? He goes on and wins the NFC championship again. What y'all going to say? He goes out there and wins the Super Bowl once again. What y'all going to say? Because I thought after he won the Super Bowl, after he won Super Bowl MVP, after he brought a parade down Broad Street, that all this was going to be over. That all the talk, the nonsense, the bull, all of it, all the haters, the doubters and critics, all the debates, all the nonsense, Dak's better, this guy, I thought it was over. I'm going to be real with y'all. I thought after Jalen freaking Hurts won the Super Bowl, won Super Bowl MVP, that all the nonsense was going to be over. That's what I thought. I really thought that. I really did. I mean it. I really thought that. No, seriously. I told you. I really thought that it was over. No, seriously. No, I mean that. I really thought it was over. Like, seriously. I really thought it was over. I really did. YouTube. Like, seriously. I thought he wins the Super Bowl. He wins Super Bowl MVP. The noise was going to stop. Everybody was going to shut up, be quiet, acknowledge him, and give him the respect that he deserved. That's what I thought. He won that Super Bowl. What up, Rashid? I mean, I thought he won that Super Bowl. Super Bowl MVP. All the nonsense and the boo and all that stuff. I thought, man. I really did. I actually thought that all of that was going to be over. They hating your boy, Rashid. They hating your boy. You know? That's what I thought. I don't get it. Right. I don't get it. I really don't. And I guess I never will, right? I guess I never will. I guess so. Because he could win the Super Bowl. He can win Super Bowl MVP. And they still hate. It's sad, man. It's sad. that someone gets this type of hate. And for what? They'll still have something to say. They'll find something new. They will find something new. You know, they'll find something new. They always do. Because they can't help it. And when he wins another Super Bowl, the receipts are going to be flowing like a river. I promise you, the receipts are going to be flowing like a Christmas tree. So, at the end of the day, Jalen, you keep balling. You keep winning. You keep doing you. To hell with what everybody got to say. I mean, because what else they going to say when you ball out? Oh, they was quiet after the Giants game. They was quiet after the Minnesota game. It's going to be flowing like a river when he wins it again. So, and when he beats Dak Prescott, what y'all going to say when he beats Dak? What y'all going to say when he beats Dak? Oh, what's he going to say? What you going to say? When he sweeps them. I guess we'll find out. So that's all the ranting I got for y'all. I'm going to end it like this before we get end. I said it on Birds of Broad Street, and I'm going to say it here. Be thankful that you got a quarterback. Be thankful that you got a guy. People just hate Jalen to see Jalen Hurts win. They never signed for. Exactly. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts wins Super Bowl MVP. That ain't good enough. People would be happy if Jalen threw for 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, was a perfect passer rate and perfect completion percentage, perfect undefeated streak, undefeated throughout the season, undefeated in the playoffs, and win a Super Bowl. Everybody wouldn't be complaining if Jalen freaking Hurts was 20-0 with an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP and a Super Bowl championship. 4,000 yards passing, 40 touchdowns, perfect passer rate, and perfect completion percentage. 30 for 30 for like 300 yards, 5 touchdowns every week. Some people are just not satisfied, man. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy who do YouTube and is a janitor with a son who loves YouTube and loves the Eagles. And loves me some Jalen freaking Hurts. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So make sure y'all tap in for that. Yeah. But if there's any stupid comments about my boy, then we'll be back for that too. I appreciate that, Zay. I am also the special counsel and wise man to the king, Jalen freaking Hurts. And with that being said, it's time for me and the king to get ready to rock our Kelly Greens. Speaking of which, to rock our Kelly Greens and sweep some little boys. So fly, Eagles fly, go Birds. Happy Kelly Green Week to all who celebrates, and make sure that you
Acknowledge me!
damn right. Sirianni calling shots.
Yo, Sirianni caught a shot. Jalen throwing dots. Couple seconds on the clock. AJ off the slot. Or he gon' throw it to Smitty. Nasty with the route running, he get shifty. O-line best in the league, you know Hurts going for the MVP. Cowboys, who can't be talking about Dak? That's Mr. INT. How many stars on this team? But this ain't Dallas, boy, we bleed green. Fight, Eagles, fight. We gon' hit them low, hit them high. Watch our Eagles fly. Saying we ain't the best in the NFC. Stop telling lies. Whole city like, go Birds, go Birds, go Birds, go Birds. Put in work, put in work, put in work. Touchdown, Hurts, go Birds.